Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Emily and this is my channel, The Candle Nurse. I have a very exciting video for you guys today. I am going to be disclosing the launch of my new vendor wax business, The Candle Nurse Handcrafted Scented Wax Melts. I have poured my heart and soul for the last half year getting this ready to go. I am partnered with my husband, Billy, who handles all the business side of this small business, and I am the one who has come up with the creations, the blends, the names, and creating the fragrances and doing all the testing and stuff like that. And so I'm very pleased to say that we've come up with a scent list. We have poured 28 of the fragrances that I'm going to be releasing. I am releasing a total of 54 signature blends. This is going to be my signature blend series that I start off my small business venture with. 54 fragrances is a lot. They're blends, meaning that I have blended multiple oils. It has been blood, sweat, and tears creating this business, but it is a dream come true. I'm just so grateful to be able to have created this with the support of my family, with the support of my dearest, closest friends, the sacrifice that everyone has made for me to focus in 150% on this. I'm also a nurse and in nurse practitioner school. And so I quit my full-time job to start this vendor wax business. So it has been very hard because it has been mostly the investment phase. I needed to create authentic blends that I feel was well-rounded. I think that I have achieved that. I wanted to showcase what I could do in this launch. I'm just so excited, you guys. So the launch date is going to be Thursday, July 18th, starting at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So that is 7 p.m. Eastern time. I was very thoughtful. I am a vendor wax and all things wax consumer myself. So from my own experience, I tried to make sure that I was able to kind of figure out, we were going to launch in June and I had to push it back, and then it was going to be July 15th was a hard day. And then finally I said I really wanted to launch closer to a weekend in the middle of the month. I'm from Arizona, but ideally launching a vendor wax business in the deep depths of the summer in Arizona is very risky. I've done so much research. I have shipped out packages of friend mail and stuff like that that have made it out okay of Arizona. And so we have some things that we have put into place that should help during these hot summer months. Definitely the 9 months out of the year that it's more beautiful here in Arizona and more tolerable outside will make this venture a lot easier. But to ensure that you guys are getting my premium quality created wax, we had to invest in a little bit better packaging system so that you guys can get your wax in a timely manner and in a way that you guys can, use your wax and enjoy it. And so I thought, what better way? I'm going to be releasing on all social media platforms, including here, the actual information, the pricing, the weight. I'll give you the weight and stuff as I'm going through the wax, and with the scent descriptions and all the fragrances that are going to be released for this ready to ship. So if you don't know what that is, that means I made inventory that I am selling right out the gate. There's a few different ways that you can take in your vendor wax business that down the road I'm going to be moving to a pre-order system, made to order, pre-order system. I may change the delivery of the sizes that I'm going to be offering down the road and in the formats that I'm going to be offering. I think down the road, as I'm going to add into addition to the shapes that I'm going to be showing you, I think we'll do the soufflés, the tubs. Those are really safe to ship during the hotter months, but I'm taking a risk. I'm going to be offering a 6-count Serenity shape bag, and I will get into showing you guys exactly what that is in just a minute. So in my posts on social media, I'll list all the scents, scent descriptions. If you are wanting to sign up for my newsletter, I'll put my website here. I'll put it here down in the description. It's TheCandleNurse.com. Go there, enter your email so that you can receive newsletters ahead of time, so you can get some of that information ahead of time when I'm doing my next releases. In the time that I've been creating these blends, I'm releasing 54, but I have so far created 127. And so I'm really excited to get this off the ground. I think that this 54 different blends are going to showcase kind of my craft and what I've been able to do. Home fragrance has been a passion of mine, a love for well over a decade. I was big into candles, candle collecting. I do burn my candles. I blended my candles. And I have been told by family and friends that I should have done this a long time ago, but I put it off because I thought I couldn't. But as I've worked at it, it has become, like, I think the right business for me. The doors just opened up. The universe said, I think this is the right step. As my husband and I have been creating this business, everything's just really fallen into place. I'm really excited to share my fragrances with you. So I have 28 blends as of today that I have created. I'm hoping by launch I'll have all 54. If that case doesn't happen, I'm not going to delay the launch anymore. We're just going to go with it. And as I continue to pour the rest of the blends, we'll put those up on the website. I thought of this idea. I'm going to release my scent lists and stuff like that, but I thought I wanted to connect with you guys face to face, and you can see the scent list and say, oh, see the name, see the scent notes. But I kind of thought, what a cool idea would it be if I did a little series where I give you guys up-to-date information on how the launch is going. I think we're just there. I think the website's up and going. We're just finishing the newsletter that's going to go out to all the emails. So if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, go to my website, TheCandleNurse.com. Put in your email. I promise you I won't be serial emailing you, but it's just you're going to get information there. Another format to find out everything is I have created a private group on Facebook. So I do have a business Facebook page, but I also have a private group. That private group is going to be very vital. I'm very active on Facebook as it is. I'm going to be very active on there. For right now, it's going to be me running the show. And so I just asked for a little bit of grace because I'm new to trying to figure all this out, but I'm really excited to do it. So if you're interested, join that private group. That group is the reason why it's private is to kind of keep out, the people that aren't interested in doing this. So you're going to see some questions when you join. Just answer them to the best of your ability, just so I'm aware that you're not a bot or something, you know what I mean? So go on there, join that Facebook group. That's where I'm going to be communicating with you guys. I want your feedback. I want your input. I value feedback. I have really thick skin, and so I can take it. Also, that's where the Candle Nurse community can communicate with each other, where you can post your reviews, you can post how's it going, what are you melting, that type of thing. That's basically where we're going to get real-time communication at first, right? Is going to be through there. And I know there's people who don't have Facebook. And so if there's anything that I feel is very pertinent, I will release an email. That's my goal, okay? I do have a team here that's helping me, and so we will figure this out as we go. I have already, had to come over some hiccups along the way, but that's okay. I'm very flexible, and I'm just really excited to kind of get this show on the road and offer my blends with you because I think they're really good. I thought, why not start a series on YouTube where I get to sit face to face with you? When you're gonna get my scent list and description, you're just gonna see it, but there's kind of a story behind my signature blends. There's inspiration. There's somebody who inspired me. It's a family member, a friend, an experience. There's a scent memory. There's just an experience of a vacation I went on. There's just different little things. There's a book I read. There's a show I watched. There's music. Music is so incredible to me. I'm so big on music. There's just stuff like that I thought, why not sit down and do a one-on-one conversation with you guys and go over my fragrances, show you what they look like, tell you what the scent notes are, give you a little bit of the background of why I named it the way I did. Some of them are pretty simple. Some of them are straightforward. It's a favorite perfume. It's a favorite fragrance that I've smelled before. It's a scent memory. It's a child. It's a family member, you know? So I wanted to go so you guys can see that this is actually made from love, and that the importance behind this creation and how it takes a village. I feel like, you know, they say it takes a village to raise the children, which it truly does, but it takes a village to be able to get this off the ground. And I'm just extremely grateful for those who have supported me. And because of that, I've tried to add the people that I can, or the experiences that I can, so that I can kind of pay homage to those experiences and those people. So without further ado, let's get into the fragrances. That was a long-winded introduction. So as I poured them is the way that I'm going to talk about it. Also, P.S. I'm just going to do 5 fragrances in each video because I don't want to do too long of a video. So I'm going to do several, you know, it's a series. So I'll just do several of the fragrances, 5 at a time, so I can give you a little bit of background and it doesn't take too long. And then, you know, once we're done, that'll be it for this series. And then as I go to launch a pre-order or something, I won't have the materials right in front of me to show you, but I have blended and tested. And so I can give you guys a good background description of stuff that I'm going to have in future pre-orders. Also, I think I might do a pre-order for these fragrances because I've had some samples go out to some people who have given me really good feedback and they love them. So depending on how the sales go, I may end up just doing an extra pre-order shortly after my launch now that I kind of have my foundation and kind of a process flow going. I opened probably a pre-order with some of the best sellers of the signature blends for people to order, and I can just, you know, it takes some time to make it, but I can go ahead and get that going to keep this out there and allowing people to try it. So the first fragrance that I poured, X's Lemon Dream. This is rich buttery pound cake, lemon zest, sugary icing drizzle, lemon chiffon, whipped cream, and sugar cookie royale. X is my son Xavier. He is my youngest child. That is the nickname that he goes by is X. It's what he uses on his jerseys for sports. He is such a sweetheart, and he loves like sugary things. My whole family actually loves a good lemon loaf. And so I was very inspired by the lemon loaf and trying to find a really good lemon pound cake fragrance. I know that Bath & Body Works has one and it didn't do well for me. I've tried and I feel like I wasted money on their iced lemon pound cake. This is more to it. There's more to this, you guys. This one has such a wonderful zing. It's not cleaner lemon. I had to go through a few lemons to make sure I got the right one. This is a really strong fragrance, you guys. It's wonderful. It's decadent. You do get the bakery note, you get the lemon zest, and you get that wonderful vanilla whipped cream that just is so delicious. Sugar cookie royale is just an oil that I adore, and it really adds a richness and a very moist cake. I know people don't like that word, but it just gives you that cakey note with the lemon on top, and it's just wonderful. And so that's X's Lemon Dream. So it's after my youngest Xavier. The next fragrance I have is On Sammy. This is smoky vanilla embers, sandalwood, cedarwood, leather, rich amber, Palo Santo, and creamy vanilla. This was actually the first name I came up with when it came to vendor wax. I have a couple of reasons behind it. So Sammy, S-A-M-I, is my older brother Sam. He goes by Sam, but that's his name. His full name is Sammy. There's 2 things that are like some of my favorite things. So my brother Sammy and Supernatural. And so I think when I thought of Come On Sammy and I thought about those 2 things, my brother is somebody that I look up to. I always have since I was a little girl. He's 4 years older than me. He was the stable father figure in my life, even though like it's really, you know, you think about it, he's only 4 years older than me, but he just was somebody that I've always looked up to. He is the oldest child and he had 3 sisters, and he handled us very well. We grew up in the 80s and 90s, so parents were at work and my brother was watching us at home, and I just have some of the best, fondest memories of him. And as I've grown up into an adult, he has just become such a vital role in my life. He is somebody I value, I look up to, I love him. He's my brother. I wanted to pay homage to him in a way, so we came up with Come On Sammy, my husband Billy and I. My brother, his home is just so beautiful, and he has this amazing basement, and he has like a wonderful like sports bar kind of area in his basement. And he had a candle burning one time, and it was a woodwick candle that was evening bonfire, I want to say. Hopefully I remember that. It was years ago. And I started to see like his excitement behind home fragrance, and that's just right up my alley. And so I've always been kind of in search of finding the perfect fragrance for him to have in his man cave where he could enjoy. And so I came up with Come On Sammy. This is just a very complex embers. There's definitely like a fireside note to it. But over time, I was a little bit worried. The fireside is very strong. It can come off just like straight burning wood. Over time, this, as it cures, has transformed into beautiful scent. You pick up, there is a smoky note to it right on the top when you smell it, but you get the sandalwood, just gives it like a creaminess or a smooth, it's a smooth wood. Note that is like, I feel like used in a lot of body care, like colognes, even in some women's perfumes. You have the cedarwood, which you can definitely pick up a little bit of the cedarwood. The leather is in there. You have the Palo Santo, but the creamy vanilla just gives it just a little sweetness, right? So it's not totally just charred wood. I wanted to give it a depth and be a little bit more complex. And I'm super proud of this fragrance, and I hope that he is proud of it as well when he gets one. Okay, next up is Maya Mac Dressed in Black. Maya is my daughter. She is my oldest. She is a teenager. She is one of my favorite people in the world that I love to hang around. She is very much into the times, into trends. This girl is like an old soul. Everyone used to say that when she was younger because she just is so thoughtful, and in her words, she speaks very well. She can read a book in a day type of person. She writes. She's, you know, in honors English, AP English. Like, she's just so intelligent, so smart, and she loves fragrance. She loves perfume. And the name Maya Mac Dressed in Black. So when Maya was little, her Nana, my husband's mother, used to sing a song to her where she would say, Miss Maya Mac dressed in black with silver buttons all down her back. It just, there's a few names that we call her, Maya Papaya, all these different things, but Maya Mac Dressed in Black, I think, was a perfect name for her because she is a person who loves a very deep, seductive scent. So her fragrance has tobacco leaves, vanilla, tonka bean, pink sugar, and sugar cookie royale. She's a vanilla girl. She is kind of like an old lady at heart. She likes the Japanese cherry blossom types, but she's just into more elevated, luxurious, but deeper fragrances in perfumes, if that makes any sense. So this, I felt like, was right down her alley. She helped me make it. It's just so good, you guys. I'm amazed at how much these have transformed. The blending is great. And look, I know I made it, so of course I'm gonna say that, but the tobacco leaves is the first thing that you get, but the pink sugar gives it, you don't get pink sugar like, oh, it's totally pink sugar heavy, but the pink sugar gives it that sweet perfume note to it so that the tobacco leaves is not too heavy, and it's tobacco leaves that is pre-burned. Okay, these are not pipe smoke. This is the tobacco leaves in their freshest iteration. And then you have vanilla, which just gives it a little bit of sweetness. Vanilla is really hard to bring forth in home fragrance and wax. It always comes off a little bit light, but the sugar cookie royale comes in for the win because this girl loves a good gourmand fragrance. She is the gourmand pumpkin pecan waffles girl. So this is like kind of perfect for her. She wanted something that was a little bit gourmand to follow up. Luckily, the sugar cookie roll is like a foundational piece. It's not on top. It's not the first thing that you smell, but you do get a wonderful mix with it. And so I'm very proud of this one, and I'm very proud of her. All right, next up is the Sellar. This is mulled apples, fresh fig, rosy nuances of pink pepper, warm musk, and cedarwood. I'm obsessed with wine scents. I'm obsessed with wine cellar. I'm obsessed with California Cab from Kringle. There's something more to it that I wanted. You know, I could have gotten like a vineyard where, you know, it's grape forward. I wanted more than that. I wanted I say the cellar because I feel like walking into like a cool dark cellar with candlelight, you know, and that you're getting, maybe you're storing wine or you're blending wine in it. This one has mulled apples, fresh fig, the rosy nuances of pink pepper, warm musk, and cedarwood. And it came out better than I could have ever hoped for. I think this is probably my number one of all the blends so far. When you smell it, it's very much a spicier fragrance. It's very luxurious, very beautiful. The mulled apples gives it a little bit of like a spicy apple, right? So fall kind of comes to mind with this one. The cedarwood gives it a foundation. The warm musk, why I added that to it is because I wanted it to give it a more, like this could be body care type fragrance, but it's a beautiful and home fragrance. Yeah, this is so good, you guys. I'm super proud. The rosy nuances of pink pepper, it was kind of a play on words because there's a little bit of rose in it, but don't be scared if you're afraid of florals. It's not rose heavy. It's a little bit of rose, but there's a little bit of spice from the pepper, and you're also the mulled apples. If you know what that smells like, it's like I said, I think it comes off as a little bit more of a fall fragrance, but to be honest with you, I would melt this one all year round. So I love that one. And lastly for this video, I have Forgotten Cherry. This was my 5th blend that I created. This is bitter almond, black cherry, cherry liqueur, jasmine sambac, vanilla, tonka bean, cloves, cedar, patchouli, and vetiver. Is it a long description? It is, but I want you guys to understand that it takes a lot to create this. And I am a Tom Ford Lost Cherry. That is, I actually have a large bottle of that fragrance. It's my favorite. My favorite fragrances I have. Chanel Chance, Tom Ford Lost Cherry, Burberry Her. Like those are my 3 big ones, and 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. That's up there with it. So Forgotten Cherry, it's the closest I could get to Lost Cherry, I feel like, but it's not, it's a little bit different. But it's so pretty. I think it's a really great fragrance if you like any type of cherry. It's not too perfumey. It's not too seductive. I think I made it, I tweaked it just a little bit in order to make sure that this would be a wonderful home fragrance blend. So I'm really proud of it. But you guys, that's my first 5 blends. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you are interested in knowing when I post or being notified every time that I put up a video. I am excited. I'll see you guys in the next video for scents 6 through 11.